All right. Waiting for it to say ready, and we're ready. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and you are joining us once again for the Hero Hour. And as always, not as always, because you weren't here Wednesday, were you?
No.
From time to time, my good friend Avery Butterworth joins us, and he's here with me this evening.
Yay!
Now, I want to know, were you the a-hole that went to Target today and bought up all the Halloween peeps?
Sure.
Because by the time I got there was only one package of ghosts left, and that's what I got. One package of ghosts. I was hoping for a whole crap load of peeps, and it didn't happen.
It has to be me.
Well, I knew it was either.
It sounds like something I would do.
It does. It
Um,
does.
everybody knows I'm the bad guy, so
Yes. Hey, Tosspot's here. He says, "Hail Blue Moon. How's everyone doing? Fantastic. It is Friday. It is Friday, and I am thrilled to be alive." So,
me less. So, but
and Kodiak says, "Ha ha 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 ha." Kodiak, did you go shopping at Target and buy up everything that was there? You bastard! You bastard!
Please.
Tosspot says, "Peeps are evil. Should be grateful." Yeah, well.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Kodiak says, "Avery and I are drowning the peeps in vodka."
Yeah.
Actually, you guys want to see what I did get for Halloween stuff? I'll show you real quick.
You're going to show us whether
it'll be really quick. I got the one package of peeps. This actually looked interesting. This could be a peep show. Sour Patch Kids, soft and chewy candy, but it's trickster. Looks like one thing and tastes like another. So this is one of these things where we may have to play a guessing game on what kind of flavor it is. Let's see what else we got. We got harvest corn, candy corn, and we got
candy corn,
an autumn mix. You know, this is the only time I ever get candy corn. And then I got two skeleton cats. I wonder if these will freak out my dog. Hey, Charlie. Oh, he's not there. Where are you at? He's gone. Little cat skeletons. You know, like his big skeleton of a man that he has. I have little cats. So that's what I got. That's what I got so far. I mean, I'm sure I'll get another chance to find something else, but
I don't see why you went to the store and bought some. You can just make your own at home.
Oh, you mean the skeletons? Yeah, I know. I've got 4 to choose from.
I'd have 4. 4 little kitty skulls.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see about that. Okay. No chocolate? No, nothing chocolate, believe it or not.
No, Andrew only likes the most disgusting candy he can find.
I specifically look for the most disgusting thing I can find.
Know. Like, occasionally when I get a sweet tooth, I'm like, I like some really nice dark chocolate. No, here's Andrew. Where's the cringiest crap on the shelf?
Yeah.
Where's the stuff that could, like, make your average 5-year-old projectile vomit across the room? That's what I want.
Yeah, I gotcha. My wife was asking me if I found any funky candy corns, and no, not really. I was hoping to find some funky candy corns, but didn't find any. So, I need paper. I can't draw without paper. Well, I can, but if I only use my natural, my natural things that I have. Never mind. That joke was going bad from the very start. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I know. You'd think I'd have this stuff ready, but I did. I went to a couple of stores this evening and took advantage of some really great sales, and and then I yank out the cable for my headset. So, all right, I did find my paper. So, I did get a bunch of comics that we may check out later, but for now we're just gonna work on drawing. Kodiak says, "I have 2 actual cat skulls in my display case. I came by them naturally." Ooh, poor cats. Blah, ha, ha, ha. Hold on just a second.
Dead air. Dead air. Dead
Yeah, it's
air,
not dead air. I was just asking the wife to turn down the TV a little bit. She's watching a movie and it's kind of blaring.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but
Yeah, we
I
can.
can.
It's really loud. It's really distracting.
Yeah, I can barely hear myself think. Oh, speaking of distracting, I'm going to explain this in the video that's going to come out. It'll probably be released tomorrow, but my wife had cracked the screen of her phone. I mean, check out this screen. Look at this.
Yeah, I
That's
can't see. I'm working.
all right. That's fine. So she cracked the screen. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm the one that did it, but I had bought her the warranty.
Yeah,
so
I would bet it was you.
yeah. So Tosspot says a segue. Yes, we have a segue going on here. So I bought her. I didn't buy her a new phone. I got her a new phone because of the warranty, and they sent it to her and so forth. And while I was doing the setup, I went ahead and turned the call forwarding on because she gets dozens of fraud scam calls every day. Normally she just deletes them or she ignores them or she, just, puts them on the block or whatever, but it doesn't matter. They're still going to call back. They always call back. So what I did is when I set up her new phone, I put it so that if she doesn't answer within 5 seconds, it forwards the call to me. Oh my God, I am just in so much heaven. I was so ticked yesterday. I had a meeting at 3 o'clock and I missed 3 scam calls while I was in the meeting. And I really wish I could have told my boss, hold on a second, I got to take this call, but I didn't. Today at work, I was the only one in the office and I was taking the calls left and right. They're so funny. I got a couple that are just classic Andrew. I mean, you guys will get a kick out of them. But I hate to say it, but I get so many of these dang calls that my whole channel could be just nothing but scam calls. Oh, hey, Evan, how's it going?
I think there are people that have channels like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't want my channel to become just that, but dude, they're so funny. I had this one lady on the line, and she asked if I rented or owned my home, and I said, well, I live in a cardboard box, so I guess technically I own. And she just kept going, and I think it was one of those automated systems where they just waiting to hear your answer, and then they go on to the next question. But I kept making up crap, and it was funny. You guys will get a kick out of it. And then I had another series. I had a series of calls where they were calling for my wife, and then I told them that I'm her husband, and they were like, okay, well, we're not going to talk to you, and they would either hang up or whatever. And so I decided, well, if that's the case, I'm going to just have to tell them I'm her. So when I had this one girl, when she called, she says, may I speak to Jennifer? I said, this is she. And she's like, Jennifer? I said, yes. And she went on and did the spiel. And every now and then she would say, Jennifer? And I'm like, yes.
Oh, they're getting you to say yes to something. They use that.
Oh, no. Well, it was funny. All right. I don't want to tell you guys the punchline to all these, but there was one of the ones that called was for hearing aids. And she said, do you have a hard of hearing? And I'm like, nope, I hear perfectly. And she goes, and then she said, well, we have this special deal. And she goes on and she's doing the pitch. And then after she tells me the pitch and she tells me the amount, it's like $700 for this hearing aid system. I said to her, great, that's fantastic. Do they work well with people who hear perfectly? just a lot of fun, guys. I'm loving it. And I think I actually think one of the credit card scammers that I got today recognized my voice because I definitely recognized his. Because as soon as he said, are you clicking over to take advantage of this thing? And I said, oh, absolutely. He then hung up on me. He didn't even waste time. So, but then I got another one right back to back, and that one was funny too. So,
oh, hilarious.
Dude, you got to have something worth living for. And if this is it for me, I am going to die miserably.
That was funny.
If this is my one and only. I was doing the art for a web strip for a buddy of mine one time. This was many, many, many years ago. And it was a really stupid one. And we were just putting it out there and having fun with it. And I said to him, what if this is the thing that makes us famous? What if this is the thing that goes on and last beyond us. And he looked at me and he looked at the strip and he says, no, it's not going to happen. I said, well, I'm just saying, what if it was? What if it was the thing that you're remembered for? And he was like, no. But, oh, well.
No.
You never know. Some of us have not created that thing yet. I mean, I hope hero is that thing for me, but there's a lot of people out there that they haven't created that thing yet. So,
no.
I mean, you're working on your thing. That could be the thing you're remembered for forever, you know?
No.
Ospot says, the everlasting story. Kodiak says, wow, that took a cynical turn. And a philosophical one at that, says Tosspot. Yeah. Everybody should have that one thing that lives on beyond them. And believe it or not, in my mind, sometimes that could just be your children. You know, your children are that thing. But I want to create something. Everybody wants to create something.
No.
Except for Avery. Avery doesn't want to create anything.
No, it's boring.
It's boring? Is that what you said?
No. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it? All right, well.
No.
Yin and yang, people. Yin and yang.
No.
So, whatever you do this weekend, stay away from the downtown area?
No.
You know why, right?
No.
It's Florida, Georgia weekend.
You.
Yes. See? I'm helping you out here by letting you know.
No. I'll stop now.
I'm thinking maybe he's just stuck.
Yeah.
Evan says no one can top the headless ninja. I don't know what that means, but okay. And then Kodiak says, all that she wants is another baby. She's going tomorrow. Boy.
Yeah.
And Tosspot says, and it's F1 weekend in Austin. I have no idea what either of those three guys just said. None of that makes any sense to me.
I don't understand it either, but
you're just going to agree with it and move on?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that? Please explain.
F1? I'm sure
F1, it's a racing thing.
Oh, it's a racing thing. Okay.
I believe F1 is racing.
Okay. Headless ninja? Any idea what that means?
I'm not joking this time. No.
Oh, okay. And then
I don't understand. Please explain.
Kodiak says, gone, Andrew, not going. Okay, let me read it again. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, boy. Oh.
Yeah, she's gone.
I hope he's not talking about his wife.
No. It's a chick just trying to get knocked up.
Well,
I've heard that there are the whammons who are like that.
Well, see, if my wife was like that, she dramatically misinterpreted what was going to happen. You know?
Yes.
I think if you had asked any of my friends and family back then, if I was to say I was going to be a dad at 19, they would probably have not believed it.
No, they would have laughed out loud.
Well, I'm sure there were a lot of them that did. So
they were like, "Wait, what? Wait, on purpose? on legitimate accident?
Somebody was willing to do that with you?" Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I always thank God that Michael looks like me, because otherwise I'd never have been able to prove it was true, you know.
Oh God. Yeah. True.
But Michael's birthday was this past weekend. He turned 26, and our 26th wedding anniversary is in just a couple of days.
Oh,
so we were married 10 days after he was born.
Congratulations.
So yeah. I always say to my wife, I think we're gonna make it, dear. I think we're gonna make it. The Headless Ninja is the best comic book character ever created, written by Evan Hotemp. Oh, really? Drawn by Dillard. Oh, nice. Even better. And Tosspot says 26 plus 19 is? Yes. Yes. I know how old I am. I told my wife, I said, honey, do you realize I'm going to be 50 in like 4 years? I don't know if I can handle that. I got to hurry up and get stuff done. I got to make stuff happen. Oh my gosh. Speaking of, getting old, guess who I ran into this? Well, I didn't run into him. I saw him at the comic book store. Do you remember the guy that owned that store, Jerry's bookstore? Skinny guy, long-haired, very hippie-looking type of dude. Somebody had come into my store this past weekend, and they were talking about them because the store's gone. The store's closed up and gone. And he had heard that the reason it closed up is because Jerry had died. And I'm like, oh, man, I could easily believe it. The guy was old. But, yeah, he walked into the comic book store and was buying some supplies, but he was looking old. And I'm like, I said to Chip, I said, I guess the rumors of his demise were, greatly exaggerated. So, yeah, that wasn't the exact term I used, but I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's the way you're supposed to.
Kodiak says you skipped my explanation. Oh goodness, let me go back then. Ace of Base, Andrew. I was playing just now on this movie.
Yeah,
oh really?
You should have known that because he was speaking your language.
Oh, sometimes I'm just not with it. You guys know that.
But he was literally speaking your exact language.
Okay.
Your song preferences. Your musical taste.
I found myself walking through the stores whistling songs, and most of them were songs I had either just heard on the radio or heard over the loudspeakers at the stores and so forth. And I feel really silly when somebody looks at me strange and I'm singing some really, 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 inappropriate song. Or I don't remember. My wife's laughing. I don't remember what exactly I was thinking about, but
He used to sing the milkshake song.
I don't know what you're talking about, crazy ass woman. Something about a milkshake song? I don't know what she's talking about.
I know what she's talking about.
Was there a milkshake song?
I've heard you sing it.
Oh goodness, I don't remember what she's talking about. I have no idea.
I think it was a Beyonce song.
A Beyonce song? Okay.
No, I don't think that's who it is.
Girlfriend brings all the drinks to the yard.
I never sang My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard. That doesn't.
I believe that. That sounds true.
No, I don't think that's ever happened.
You sing. You know what? I've heard you sing it and chastised you for it.
I mean, if you guys want me to sing,
you
I can bounce out some Let It Go,
You are a godless abomination, sir.
Well, so I've been told. Or so my mama has told me.
Oh, God. Your own mother, you godless abomination. It's like, Mom? It's like, you had me?
My parents were very much into like Damien and the Omen and so forth. So
yeah.
So they know all about, what they brought into this world and how they did it. My mother needs to quit sleeping with devils.
What's the demonic equivalent of cringe?
Andrew.
Yeah.
Hotspot says, you saw an undead Jerry? Yes, this was an undead Jerry. This was there are in the comic book community here in this town, there are characters, that everybody knows about.
Yeah. There's people. There are some people that are pretty well known. True.
Yeah. And Jerry was probably one of those guys, but we know other people, but we're not bringing them up. Most of them aren't even computer literate, so I'm not worried about them ever finding this. But you know what I mean.
Yeah. They've probably been a customer at one point at every major shop that's been around.
Yes. Everybody knows who they are, and so forth.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the guy that used to work at the shop we used to go to, the guy that helped out.
Yeah.
I've seen that guy around all over town in comic shops over years.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean for House of Comics?
Yeah. The guy.
Yeah, he comes. Yeah, he comes into the store. I've given him a ride home.
Yeah, I've seen him around before he worked there. At House of Comics.
Yep. Well, he's the one that he was in need of a little bit of cash, and he had some leftover. He had a case of bags that he had bought when they were going out of business, and he had like 7 of them that he didn't need anymore. And he said, "Hey, you want them? I'll sell them to you for $2 a piece." I said, "Sure." That saved me $4 a pop. So.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, I'm just playing around with this sketch. I have big plans to actually do some drawing at the store this weekend. That one big one that I have, I'm going to redo it, and I figured I'll save it till I'm at the store because I'll have time to do it. But I'm just screwing around with this character design. I still like this character, but I need to get back to focusing on other stuff and finish some stuff that I need to finish.
Like relettering Hero Book 1.
Yeah. Oh, I did several pages last night, and I was very happy with it. So.
Oh, cool.
Actually, to the point where I had gotten at least enough done that I could create a PDF file, and I sent it to my wife and said, "Hey, read this and let me know what you see if you see anything that stands out."
Remember when before you adjust colors and before you try to adjust the colors and switch it to CMYK or anything like that?
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you flatten it first. And you're probably going to have to crank up the bright.
Oh, well, what I've been doing with all of it is, you know how I have the one layer that's the word balloons with the dialogue in the word balloons?
Mm-hmm.
I'm whiting out all the text and retyping and having the text its own layer, and then I'm flattening the word balloons onto the page. So the TIFF files that I have is all the color art and the word balloons, and then there's a separate layer just for the black text.
Good. Just like be careful. Make sure things don't turn out too dark.
Yeah. Well, there's at least one page that it's a little darker than the other pages, and it's most likely because somewhere along the line I either hid or deleted one of your layers. So I have to go back to the original file and pull it up. So
that's the reason
I know.
You scare me because you're bad about that.
Yeah, well. All right, so you guys want to see some comics that I picked up this evening?
Absolutely not.
All right, let's do this.
You really do scare me.
Oh, well, here. Oh, guess what came out this week, and I didn't realize it.
I don't understand why you're having to move anything around to do what you're doing.
99.9% of it is the word balloons.
I still don't understand why you're having to
because some of the word balloons are too big, so I'm making them a little bit smaller. I'm condensing them so that they're not.
You still shouldn't be losing my other layers, so you're doing something that freaks me out.
It happened on one page so far. It's not a big thing.
Is that the same as the old version you did, where you did the test, the ash can thing you took to New York?
Oh, I don't remember, to be honest with you.
There's a page in there too. It's happened a couple of times.
I know.
You scare me.
I'm looking out for it, but oh yeah. So the other thing that I picked up was previews, and we'll definitely have to go through these previews. But of course, there's the DC previews. Cool, dude. There's an image in here for the Marvel previews. I don't know if you can see this, but this is Thor.
No, I can't see.
He who holds the hammer. This is, I mean, it's Olivier Coipel, but that's just bad.
No,
that's
I can't see it at all.
Right. Well, then don't worry about it.
What is it?
It's Thor.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've seen that on
You have?
Instagram. Yeah, I hate that. That is.
That just looks really bad.
Yeah, I saw that. I was just like, I'm glad I don't buy modern comics anymore, except for like some CG books that I'm genuinely excited for.
Yeah, yeah.
I,
All right, well, here's
yes, some things are late, and I want them too. But
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
I'm a little calmer than some people.
Hold on a second. Kodiak says this gosh darn movie started with a girl running for dear life, getting caught and having her arms and legs cut off with a hacksaw, all to the song "All That She Wants." Then they grill it. Then they grilled it. Grilled what? Her arms and legs? Oh my gosh! What movie are you watching? Oh, and then Tosspot asked that question, and then Trusty Sidekick comes in and says, "Hey guys, how everybody doing tonight?"
Hey, what's up?
Big mummy piece. I'm intrigued, says Evan. Hey, Trusty, he says. And then, let's see. Kodiak says, it's got Jason Mama in it. Don't you mean Momoa? And then Trusty says, hey, Evan. And then Tosspot says, I love this segment. Tosspot says, 99 red balloons. You guys really want me to sing? No, you don't. Yeah, it's fun to see what he picked up.
Yes, you have to sing 99 Red Balloons, but you have to sing it in German.
In German?
In the original German. You're not allowed to sing it in English.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to get that.
And you have to do it in the style of Captain Kirk.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Of Will Shatner. What's that language he did a whole play in? Esperanto or something? You have to do it like the way he acts in that.
Oh, okay. Kodiak says, this is the part of the chat where Andrew ignores the chat.
Hashtag abandoned
whatever.
Chat.
No hashtag abandoned.
Pound sign.
That's right. All right. So let's check out some comics.
Fine. I'm done with this page anyway.
Okay, cool. This is El Diablo. This is actually a DC limited series that came out in 2009. So I'm not sure if that was, I'm pretty sure that was before the Suicide Squad. But it's a 6-issue limited series, and I found like 4 or 5 of the issues together. So I'm like, ooh, excellent. This is issue number 5. It's got Phil Hester and Andre Parks on art, which I really like Phil Hester's art. So this would be...
Yeah, it might be it's before the woke period. So
yeah.
It might be a decent book.
But this is issue 5, and I know
Even if it's a bad book for the time, it's going to be better than most of the stuff now.
Yeah. Let me see. I know I've got more in here, but we'll get to it eventually. I got an issue of Sandman. This is number 58. Like I said, I've got a guy that comes in every now and then, buys up whatever Sandman I have. So, I'll buy it.
I love a lot of Dave McKean's covers, but that one's not one of the ones that makes me go, wow.
Yeah, no. This is Mark Hempel on art. I like his art, but we'll see. I got some Punisher issues. This is issue 28 and 36 of the Marvel Knights. This one is Cam Kennedy on art, and this one's John McCrae. And I have people that buy Punisher no matter what, so
with some
cool.
Tim Bradstreet covers.
All right, now my brother-in-law just happened to stop by the store, and he was there with me, and I said to him, I come across comics every now and then, and my thought is nobody is going to buy this book, unless I do it. And this is one of those ones that nobody's going to buy but me. This is Spitfire and the Troubleshooters number 7. This is part of Marvel's New Universe line that happened back in 87. The reason I'm picking these up, and I'm going to try to pick up as many of them as possible, is because I've got a video that I want to do. And this line of comics, the New Universe line of comics, is integral in that story. And so I'm looking, and like I said, they're all of them, every single one can be found in 50-cent and quarter bins. So it's not going to be a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
But I picked up a couple of these, and this is cool. This was there. I think when this series started, there were 8 titles, and after 12 issues, there was only 4 left, something like that. But Spitfire and the Troubleshooters was one of the ones that got canceled. But once again, it was one of those things where the sales weren't good. They canceled the book. It wasn't something that dragged on for 50 issues before somebody said, we haven't sold more than 1,000. We need to cancel this line. Nope. They launched 8 titles. 4 of them didn't make it. There's
Oh, yeah.
nothing wrong with that, you know.
If you weren't selling like 100,000 copies or pretty close to it, you were gone.
Yep. This is an issue of Punisher with Gorlon Parlov on art, part of the Barracuda storyline, which is fantastic art. This whole story
Barracuda.
is awesome. Yes, it is. Then we got some.
Did you get that?
Yes, I did. Got some Warlord issues here. This is issue number 58.
Andrew,
I said it right.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Don't spread it around.
Battle of the Planets number 4. I've got a guy that's been collecting these, and every time I buy them, I end up usually just giving them to him because he's seen me at the store piddling through the 50-cent bin, so he knows how much I paid for him. So I don't charge him for him, but whenever I find one, I put it aside for him. You know, another Warlord number 57.
Oh my gosh, that's twice in a row.
It's a nice Mike Grell cover.
You're on a roll, dude.
Another New Universe title. This is Night Mask.
I've never read it, but there's something about that character that seems like he could be cool.
Some of the artists on this early on was very cool too. I think Mark
cover?
Bagley. It doesn't say, but I think Mark Bagley did some of the early issues in this series. Let me just take a quick look and see. I know it had some of the more artsy fartsy type covers. It was the, let's see here, who did the inside? Javier Solteras did the inside. Look at that splash page. Is that not awesome?
Yeah, that's good.
Javier Solteras is the guy that was the penciler for the new Ghost Rider with Mark Texiera doing the inks. So he's a pretty solid artist. So I'm gonna put that one aside over here. We got Superman number 3. This is from the John Byrne run. For some reason I never had this one. I don't know why, but I have it now, so I'm happy. Punisher Warzone number 1. This was the die cut issue with John Romita Jr. on art. Fantastic. Another Warlord story. This is one of the annuals from 1982. Oh, this is the first one. Very cool. I got a Wolverine from his Marvel Knights era. This is Derek Robertson on art. So that's good. Look, it's a Walter Simonson Fantastic Four. This is one of the good ones. This one started a storyline that was actually a lot of fun. So the time traveling one where you got
I've only got a couple of those.
Yeah, he got to play with dinosaurs and so forth. So let's see. This is DP7. Now DP7 was my favorite of the New Universe titles, and I'll go into why and so forth later. But you got Paul Ryan on art, and he was the one of the artists that actually stuck through the entire series. There were 32 issues in the series, and he was on every single one. So that's one of the reasons why I liked it so much. I got a random Amazing Spider-Man. This is from the Secret Wars storyline, Renew Your Vows, with art by Andy Kubert. Oh, and I got a bunch of early Sandman, Shade the Changing Man. This is early Bacalo, issue 8,
I like
9, 12, and 6. These covers are pretty. These are very disturbing covers, and the interior art, it's not the Bacalo we know and love, but you can see the beginning of it. So, Omega Man. Omega Man's another series that I'm picking up for this video idea. This is one of the issues. This is number 32. I remember buying this issue and just being scared for this character and what's about to happen. This is one of those covers that when I was a young child buying these books, and I probably shouldn't have been buying this particular title because it was very much a mature title. This cover got me. I felt really bad for the character.
The comic shop I went to when I first started buying comics had a permission form. Parents could sign and they would sell you the mature titles, not adult titles, but the mature rated titles.
Well, I don't think Omega Man was ever identified as an adult title, but it definitely had adult themes in it. I remember brutal murders and rapes and type of implied stuff. It wasn't actually physically in here, but yeah. So, all right, we got a couple of new Teen Titans. This is from the 88 run, issues 44, 45, and 46. You know, this is after George Perez, of course. This is Eduardo Barreto, who's still pretty awesome in his own right. Once again, Power Pack number 7. This is an early Power Pack issue. This is another one that's going to be part of a story that I'm going to tell. So put that one aside. Oh, this is a series I didn't know very much about. It's Time Masters, The Vanishing Point, The Search for Batman. This was a 6-issue limited series, and I found a whole bunch of them all together. So once again, that's another series I'm trying to put together. But Dan Jurgens on art, gotta love it. This is issue 3. I know I have here's issue 2. Let's see what else. I know I had more issues in here of that. We'll get to it eventually. Green Lantern Corps, number 2. This is the 06 relaunch with the fantastic art of Patrick Gleason. And once again, I found a whole bunch of them in a row. And I mean, they're mixed up, but it's a bunch in a series.
That angle of a face looking up like that does not work for a cover.
Honestly, I've never liked drawing that angle on any character. And
sometimes you have to, but in the sequential pages,
yeah,
it does not work for a cover. It creates a blank spot where you should be looking to create an emotional connection.
Yeah. It's very much. It's slightly distracting, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
All right. Well, here's another El Diablo issue. This is issue number 4. We have an early Wolverine. This is an Andy Kubert cover, issue 107. Why did I say early? I mean, 1996 isn't early, but
it's a cool cover.
It's got dragons. Yeah, it's got a cool cover. I like the cover. We have an issue of the all-new, all-different Avengers, introducing the all-new, all-different Wasp. I don't know if this is her first appearance or not, but this might actually be worth some money if it is. But even though I don't like the writer, Ahmad Asarad is a really good artist. So here's another DP7. This is issue number 5. Scuzz out. Another El Diablo, 2 and 3. So I think I have 4 of the 6 so far for that. Very cool. Night Mask number 1 here. Al Milgram did the cover to this, but hold on a second. I want to see the interior real quick, because I'm pretty sure it was Mark Bagley. But ooh, actually, it looks a little bit like Lee Weeks. Let's see. Penciler, creator, Tony Salmons, and ink by Brett Blevins. Okay, maybe that's what I remembered, the Brett Blevins part. But, that's very interesting. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun going through these again. Very nice, very nice. All right, we got another Wolverine issue from this is from the Rucka days with Fernandez on art. Frankencastle, everybody's favorite version of the Punisher. Frankencastle. Not really, but okay. Here's some more Green Lantern Corps. This is issue 3. The one I had before is issue 2. This is issue 3, another great Gleason issue. Some more of those Time Masters. This is issues 4 and 5. Dan Jurgens, gotta love it. I look forward to checking those out. Then also 4 and 5 of the Green Lantern Corps. This one, both of these are done by Dave Gibbons on art. So that's kind of cool. I like this cover right here. I got a Derek Robertson Wolverine, another one. This is, I think I had 16 earlier. This is number 15 from the Marvel Knights Age. Some more Warlord issues, issue 77. Oh, Avery, I don't know if this is something you ever got into. This is the Green Lantern Special number 2, but the art is by Mark Bright, who, fantastic Green Lantern artist in his own right. Probably not as good as some of the ones we know, but
I was never a big Green Lantern fan.
No,
never. I was a Marvel guy back then.
Well, I think the Green Lantern series that I picked up that I really liked was Emerald Dawn, and Mark Bright did that.
I bought Emerald Dawn too.
Okay.
I wasn't into comics when the first Emerald Dawn came out.
Right.
Or I was really new to comics.
We've got a random Punisher War Journal issue here. Dude, check this out. I saw this and I'm like, what the hell is this? This is an issue of the Punisher, which I don't ever remember that logo.
I don't either.
With a skull in it. This is issue number 14 from December 96. The digital logo, I just don't get it. Total Extinction, part 3 of 5. And this is the Exterminator that was created in that one Jason Pearson X-Men annual. But the Flames of Hatred. But Derek Robertson did the interior art, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that dude that cracked open Colossus?
Derek Robertson. I don't know if he did or not.
I was talking about the Exterminator.
Oh, yes. But this is Derek Robertson, the artist. He's the guy that was the co-creator and artist of The Boys, which a lot of people are familiar with. Now, this one, when I saw it, I'm looking at this shiny cover, and I'm like, what the heck is this? This is actually an issue from the Wolverine Gambit limited series, and Tim Sale did the art. But I don't remember them doing all the fancy embossings. You wouldn't think that Wolverine and Gambit would need that, but
I had stopped buying Marvel completely for a while.
Yeah.
So I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing this one in the store either. So, but that's not a really great Wolverine, even for Tim Sale. But all right, we got another DP7 here. This is issue number 11. Mastodon alone against the ES people. Who wouldn't love this? You know, as a comic book fan, this is like right up everybody's alley. Well, have another issue of Sandman. This is issue number 50. This is the fantastic Neil Gaiman and P. Craig Russell issue. I was not a fan of Sandman at all, but I bought this issue when it came out because it was gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
it was beautiful.
That cover too.
Yeah, had a wraparound cover and everything. Another Sandman issue number 71. Michael Zulli on art. Ooh, that could actually be good. I'll have to flip through it. Another Warlord issue. This is the limited series number 1. This is issue number 55. Have a nice day. It's dripping. Okay, Mike Rell. Picked up this Uncanny Avengers. This is issue number 19, and I picked this up specifically for if Todd was here, because the art's by La Raza, and I love his art. And he would point out to me that the guy does not have an A at the end of his name, but that's how I pronounce it anyway, so I don't care. This is an issue of Lobster Johnson. The cover got a little crease in it, but the person I know who would buy this wouldn't really care. He'd want to read it anyway, so picked it up for him. I have an issue of Batman 680. This is from the RIP storyline. Fantastic cover by Alex Ross. All those greens. Looks very cool. Then I got an issue of Inhumans versus the X-Men, number 6. Jeff Lemire, who, I would not pay more than 50 cents for any of his work ever again. But this is actually a cool find. This is another one that'll be a story. This is Impulse number 41 from 98 with art by Ethan Van Sciver. I can't believe I just did that.
Ethan Van Sciver.
But what's so funny is in 98...
God.
Stop, I know. You guys know how horrible... I actually met Ethan.
Oh, my God.
Twice in a row. Oh, man.
But you got Warlord right every time.
And Green Lantern Corps right every time, too. I know.
And you mess up somebody's name you hear every day now.
Make a long story short, I met Ethan at a convention. And he had done this issue, and I had bought an original page from this book. And I later had to sell it because I was desperate and needed money. But I actually met him and owned an original page from this comic. And I'm not going to show you which page it is because it's a fantastic page, but it was a Ethan Van Sciver. It was an Uncle E original, and I had at one point in my life owned it, but I no longer own it, and it's kind of sad. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Okay, it's so sad. It's horrible.
Oh God.
These are all the wonderful, fantastic comics that I picked up this week, and they will be in the store tomorrow. If anybody is in the Jacksonville area, come by the Beach Boulevard Flea Market, check out Misfit Corner Comics in what's my area number? C23 and 25, and you could get these comics for real cheap because I'll be selling them. Except for some of them. Some of them I'm gonna jack the price up really, really high, and you're gonna hate me, but you're gonna have to pay more if you want them. That's just the way it works, guys. That's just the way it works. Whew. So what'd you think? Anything good in there?
No.
I don't think there was anything. I don't think there was anything in here that I'd put aside for you. I don't think it's nothing really stood out. But
would you get mad if I cropped one of your characters?
If you cropped it, what do you mean cropped it?
Well, let me screen share.
Okay, go ahead. Show me what you're talking about.
Okay, you see. Oh, let me get where I can.
Okay.
Again. See this layer? No, not that layer. This layer.
Okay.
You see where he's breaking that panel border?
Yeah, I see that. I can.
That's just. I'm going to get rid of your halo on these background characters.
That's fine because I end up removing them anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
Because it makes zero sense.
Yeah.
For him to be breaking that panel border, it's just.
Yeah. And honestly, as soon as you showed it to me, I realized that you're right. It's a bad thing.
Okay, cool.
So yeah. Feel free. Oh, you want to scan down and show the bottom page where you have the little cute little. Oh, look at the little turtle. He's so cute and adorable. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Let me stop sharing. Let me show you the other page I just finished.
Okay. Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Sniff, sniff. Snarf, snarf.
Snarf, snarf. That looks good.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think you colored the turtles wrong. Yeah, those are my turtles. That's Avery's color and my turtles.
I colored the turtles wrong?
No, I'm just playing with you. You didn't color them wrong. You're good.
Because all I did was drop in this.
No, I can believe it.
Oh, wait, I didn't. Oh, wait, you can't see it screen sharing this way. All I did was drop in one of the earlier turtles.
Oh.
Hey, what happened there?
I don't know.
No, I'm looking at something. It's like, it came out white. I can fix that.
Okay. Well, you want to see something that I picked up that's specifically for the young ladies at the store that come by the store? I got packs of Unikitties.
Oh, there's no lettering on this page.
Hey, that happens from time to time.
Yeah. So oh wait, there is at the end.
All right. So, needless to say, one of the local bookstores, Books A Million, is doing a big old warehouse sale.
Before you continue.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to need more pages by Sunday.
Okay.
These will all be done.
Oh wow, you'll be up to 75 then.
Yes.
Wow, fantastic.
All I have left is page 75.
Oh, okay. You're cruising along, man. Well, it's after I think after page 75 is where we get into the story within a story, where that's going to be even easier for you. So.
Oh yeah, I'll probably cruise through that. What I'll probably do, it'll make it hard to say I gotta have a page done, because what I might do is just color all those scenes first. That way I don't change my color palette. No, I'll just make a color palette page. That way I can go through it at a page.
Okay. Okay. Very good. I love it. Hey, you guys want to eat some candy? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to torture you guys with that on a Friday.
Cool. That's cruel.
It is cruel, but I bought a whole bunch of books at Books A Million too, and I'm not gonna show them because they got their old stickers on them, and I'm gonna remove all the stickers. But they had some pops that were marked down to like $3 a piece, and then the sign said 50% off. So I asked the girl, I said, does that mean they're 50% off of the $3? And she said, yeah, exactly. So I went and I got one, and I said, here, scan this and tell me if it takes 50% off. And it didn't. And she said, well, I think I have to do this thing with the code. So she did it, and it still didn't do it. And then she said, well, let me just manually do it. So she manually knocked it down to $1.50. And then, of course, I used my Books A Million card number, and they knocked another 15 cents off. So for $1.35, I got a new pop. But they have a whole bunch of pops for $3. And if I can pick them up for $1 a piece, I can easily sell them for $3 a piece and, be happy. But here, let me show you which one I got. Do you remember the show Runaways?
No.
It's comic related, so.
I've never watched it.
You've never watched it? This
No,
is
it doesn't interest me.
Okay. The comic was actually pretty good. Right? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if the show got renewed for a new season or not. I mean, obviously, if they're marking the pops down to $3 a piece, it probably didn't. But this is Nico Minoru from the show. And in the comic, she's kind of a cool character. So, we'll take it to the store. We'll see what happens. You never know.
It's Rose Tico?
Oh, you know what I forgot to tell you? Did I tell you how this past weekend I had a couple that came into the store and they were buying Star Wars related stuff, and they ended up buying a whole bunch of the action figures from me, but they wanted the girl figures. Do you know what girl figure I own but didn't have in the store that I really wish I would have sold because I'll never sell it any other way?
Tico?
It's a Rose Tico that I bought for you, that I'm pretty sure you threatened me with my life if I ever gave it to you. So that's the reason why you don't own it. But I bought it for you because, I care. Yeah, I know.
You're awful.
E. Michael says, scamming the scammers. That's right. I'm scamming the scammers and loving every minute of it. Guys, wait till you see the new videos I got to put up. I'm just having so much fun with them.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You know what? I think I'm going to let you guys go a little early. The hero hour, we're going to end a little early, but it's okay. Kodiak, I really wish you would have joined, but if you're watching movies with the family, I understand completely. I mean, sometimes you have to do that. You have to make that sacrifice in order to keep them from eating you. And
you have to suffer.
You have to suffer. Yes. Don't tell my wife I said that. But yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for checking out the video. There's going to be more scam videos coming up. There's going to be more store videos coming. And we will do Marvel's previews and DC previews next week. There'll be more comics coming up. We're just going to have a lot of fun doing a lot of different stuff that we like. And there will be another Peep Show very soon. I will try to warn everybody ahead of time so that I'll end up doing it by myself. Or if I'm smart, I will wait till everybody gets onto the show and then I'll pull out the Peep Show. That's usually how I do it. It always pisses them off, but I love doing it.
That's a hate crime.
It is a hate crime. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for checking out the video. I'll catch y'all next time, and everybody be good. Bye.